We're on. Yay, we're on. All
Yay.
right, guys. Woo. All right, so today we want to talk about money. No. All right. We want to talk about, having prosperity and abundance in your life. And so I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing. We're going to start with my protection prayer that I really, really love from Elizabeth Prophet. Marion's going to do an opening prayer also, and then we're going to talk about, we're going to do my candle spell, of course, but it's more of an invocation, so I think that's a better wording for it. She's going to talk about the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity, and then also changing our vocabulary when it comes to prosperity and changing our mindset. So really, really awesome. So I'm going to start with my favorite little prayer here. And it says, Light's protection manifest, holy brotherhood in white, light of God that never fails, keep us in thy perfect sight. I am, protection's mighty power. I am, guarded every hour. I am, perfection's mighty shower. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Lord Michael, mighty and true, guard us with thy sword of blue. Keep us centered in the light's blazing armor shining bright. Around us blaze thy sword of faith, mighty power of holy grace. I am invincible, protection always pouring from thy dazzling rays. All right, sweet.
I love that.
I know, I love it. Every time I say that, I just got like chills. And if you guys see, you may see smoke coming over here. I'm burning some frankincense to really, get that ambiance of prosperity and abundance, since frankincense was like a really rare herb back in the day. Okay, so Marion, you go ahead and you can do your prayer.
Okay. This is a prayer of prosperity, and it's from Edwina Gaines. And it states, Father, Mother God, I invite the Holy Spirit to take charge of my journey to prosperity. I let go of all that has gone before, and I now begin anew. I am free and forgiven for all the mistakes I have made in the past. I open myself now to expressing a brand new significance and magnificence. I open myself to the infinite possibilities that are mine to choose. I open myself to receiving all the goodness I can have and to all the greatness I can achieve. I invite the Holy Spirit to heal my body, to harmonize my emotions, to renew my mind, to fill me now with a mighty faith that empowers me and allows me to commit to be all that I came to be. So Edwina Gaines, she's a Unitarian minister. And towards the end of January, I actually did a series of 9 videos on prosperity. So anybody who wants to refer back to that, I'll post the links later on. So it's in my playlist. And I think one of the first things that if we could start with is, what exactly is prosperity? How do we view prosperity? Is prosperity only money? Is it just wealth, the material things? Prosperity, according to her definition, which I really love because it encompasses all aspects of your life, and it talks about having a vitally active physical body. And I've talked to several people in the last few days who are in great need of physical healing, and it provides, in order for you to provide a comfortable worldly home for your spirit, for who we are here in the now. The next part of prosperity is relationships that are satisfying, nurturing, honest, and that work all the time. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about our soulmates, our twin flames. The third part of the definition is work that we love so much that we don't see it as work. So
that would be nice.
Yeah, right? I mean, like, I just love the spiritual work. Like, I could just do this all the time. I love it. I love talking to people. I love doing my videos. I love the oracle cards. I love the Facebook, the interactions, learning from others. And lastly, but not least, and this is one of my favorites, it has to be, and all the money we can spend.
Yes.
So, we are physical beings, so that is, money is a form of energy for us, and we have made it so. And so prosperity it's about the consciousness of God or spirit that is present everywhere. And that spirit, the universe, wants us to be prosperous. It wants us to be abundant. But we ourselves, through our freedom of choice, are the ones that create like boundaries and create these blocks and these walls. So part of what we want to do here today is to help you to release these walls that you put up around yourself, these limitations, so that you can free yourself to receive your own abundance. Maybe Debbie, you want to pick up here because of that beautiful video you did yesterday where you explained.
Definitely. And I want to show
someone else, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm going to show I forgot, I didn't show the altar real quick. It's real simple, but it's really pretty. So let's see here. All right, so let's see if I can get you guys over here. And the great thing is that this time I didn't light the candle. So you guys are going to be present when I actually light the candle. There's our flowers, there's my Juju baby, here's the heart, here's our petitions on this side with Diana, and then down here we have our water, and there's more petitions back there. So it's kind of hard, guys, because I have a laptop. So
I love that heart. That heart is spectacular.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's alabaster. I love the color of it. I don't know if they dyed it or what, but it's absolutely beautiful. So
I just want to say hi to a couple of the people that have joined us.
Yes,
we have Michelle, we have CTL Vasquez, and we have Pew. I can never say this. Per Boogaloo. Boogaloo, I got it. It's the per that gets me all tongue-tied. But hi, guys. Thank you for joining us. This is so. This is like our last one was such a deep full moon healing. Man, that thing lasted for like 10 days. And I know people are still feeling the effects.
I am so glad. And and that's what I was saying in my video yesterday, was that it's so great to see people who have already been with us in the previous ones, and who keep joining our events and donating, because to me that means that we're actually making a difference. We're really helping people out. And so and we need we need that too. We need that boost and that confidence too, even though we're doing these, we need that backup. We need to know that we're really making a difference and helping people. And so when I see the same people purchasing or donating and, are coming to each event with us, then I know that the only reason they're going to do that in this economy and spend money is because we're making a difference and we're helping them, and we're really lifting them up. And that's just like, that's such a great confirmation. I know definitely for me, I'm sure it is for you too.
Well, when we started all of these ideas back in October, really, the red tent and this whole thing was to help other people. It was just always in the forefront for us as to, we wanted to be of service. And that is part of prosperity. It's a process of understanding that what you do affects the whole, no matter what it is, whatever it is that you choose. That is what you feel is your divine purpose, because I know Debbie and I both feel that this is part of our path, part of our divine purpose. Otherwise, guess what? We wouldn't be here doing all of this, okay? It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't, come across as sincere
at all.
And, we're not, we're not sitting in some highfalutin place. We're here to express our information that's given to us and to share it, because the information is no good if you don't share it. Right. And because we are one, and because we care about all of our viewers, and we really care about people, and we've talked about different people, how to help, and how to expand your horizons as we expand our own, because this is our own path that we're on, but we're sharing it with you in the hopes of inspiring you to really take your path and go forward.
Right. And so, I was talking yesterday in my video. Well, first of all, to kind of backtrack a little bit about how you were saying about being of service. And months ago, I was really frustrated. I was just like, Marion, I'm so tired of having to work and hustle in my business. I said, please do a reading for me and tell me what the heck is going on. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to do a reading for you because I want to know for me, and I was like, great. Yeah. And so of course it was about being of service. And it said, the reading was basically teach. And I'm like, well, I'm already kind of doing that. Like, I'm doing videos all the time, and I'm sharing what I know. And basically what it was pushing both of us to do was to not just do regular videos, but to do this, to do what we're doing here right now. And it said, once you accept that, once you start doing that, you're going to see prosperity and abundance. And we have. I know that I have. And I'm hoping that, I feel like when I did the cards, that anybody who's part of this event, within like the next 2 weeks, you guys are going to start seeing things, and you're just like, things are going to be like, oh, you got a $50 rebate check that, you had sent out for 6 months ago and they never got back to you, things like that. Like, things are just going to start coming in. And I was, I remember years ago, God, like 10, 15 years ago, again, I was like frustrated. I was pissed. I was like, God, please give me a break here. Somebody give me a break. Like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I work hard. I'm a good person. Why am I not having, I'm doing all the right things. Why am I not having anything in my life? Like, really where I want it to be. And it struck me like thunder that it was nothing else. It wasn't everything else. It wasn't, nobody was trying to get in my way or beat me down or, take anything away from me. I was getting in my own way. And that was like a light bulb moment. Because I wasn't into this. I wasn't into this whole, the spirituality yet. And I was like, something just told me, you said to me, well, you're getting in your own way. And I was like, well, I know that I deserve it. I'm telling you right now, I'm begging you. And it's like, then I realized that, mentally, technically, academically, up here, I knew I had worked my ass off. I deserved it. So it had to be something else. And then I figured out that really, really, really deep, deep down, I didn't believe that I deserved to have prosperity or abundance in the form of money. I had it in other ways, but I also wanted it to manifest in a real way, like in a real tangible way. And oh my gosh, when I figured that out, and I was like, that's almost insurmountable. Like, how do you get past that? That's almost impossible. Obviously, I had learned at a young age my self-worth and my self-value was very little. And so, that's like, it doesn't seem like there's a connection there. But, and that's why I was saying in my video yesterday, why have a heart on the table when you should have, money spells are different, you have cash and you have this. And it's because we have to recondition ourselves. And I know, Marion, you're going to get into this about with the vocabulary. We really have to get out of our own way and just start retraining our brain into believing and knowing that we really deserve something more. We do. And when I do my invocation later, I did get a message, and so it's a little lengthy, but I think you guys will really, really like it. Those of you who who actually are participants in this, and it's going to cover this. And it's amazing how, when you make the connection, you're like, oh my goodness, wow, that's crazy.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi to somebody. It's the first time watching us. It's, okay, let's see if I say this right. Some of these names, you guys, michikobil. And
Okay,
Lady
cool.
Naya's with us, so hi.
Lady Lisa! You know what? It's so funny. I was thinking the only juju baby that I don't have from Lisa, Lady Naya, is her money, Mr. Money. Is it Mr. Money Juju? And I know Cats0411, she had bought one from Lisa and actually did videos on it. So if you guys are into that, you can get in touch with Lisa. She's Lady Naya on YouTube. And she makes them, you know, custom made. So, you know, when you ask for it, she'll make it. And then you can use him in your, you know, on your altar to help you bring it. And he has money all over him. It's really, really cute. And so, you know, if you want to do something like that, it's a great idea. And I realized that's the only Juju baby I don't have.
Okay. Oh, I just wanted to show. I had lit my candle. I did a green pillar candle for everyone, and I put the names of everyone who is participating with us on a piece of paper, and on the other side I put affirmations for love, health, prosperity, wealth. You know, I am rich. Okay, I am rich. I'm going to teach you some I am affirmations that I'm going to explain a little bit about the I am. Hold on, let me see if I can get my, I got my laptop, so let me see here how I can do this. Hold on. All right. Here is, there is my green candle. I've inscribed the words. I have them surrounded by my Lemurian. I've got my Ganesh and my Lakshmi and my lotus flower there and my wand. And when I put my wand up to it, and this I kind of learned from watching Raven Night Song, when I put my hand and I put the wand, that flame just went shh. And let me tell you, it is burning so fast right now that it is already like going down. And it's like, what? Wait a minute, I just turned it on. And I'm looking around, make sure it's still on, and it's just like flaming back here. So, well, I'll take some pictures. I took some pictures I posted on Facebook.
Oh, I need to
so you guys can see the before, and then, you know, we'll do follow-ups.
Yeah, and so, I only did 2 candles, guys. And I used an orange. I like orange. I don't know, there's something about it that has like a good energy about it for just, I don't know, it's just like sunny, and there's something about it.
It's creativity. It's the sacral. It really is one of the grounding chakras. So here we're talking about money. So we know the coins are earth, Mother Earth. That's why greens, anything that is earth tone colored, is symbols of prosperity. So,
yeah. So I only bought 2 candles. I bought one to represent all of us, and then I brought the green candle to represent what we want. And what the goal is that both those candles are going to travel around the table, and our focus and intention candle is going to get closer and closer and closer to our prosperity candle. And so, you know, and then that's going to hopefully just open up the door for, you know, more prosperity and abundance. And then in a little bit, I'll show you all your symbols that I drew as best as I can with being on a laptop. But I think that'll be awesome.
All right. I think, do you wanted to talk a little bit more about what you said in your video? Because I really think that's important, that somebody said, oh, we should do a spell to not take things from other people.
Absolutely. And I thought that was such a great question. Was to put in, put in a caveat saying, you know, can we make sure that this doesn't harm or take away from, you know, anybody else? You know, like let's say somebody dies and there's a will, and all of a sudden that person at the last minute decided to leave you everything, and meanwhile they had a previous will giving to you know 3 or 4 several other people. And so, you know, you don't want to get your money that way, obviously, you know, if it hurts anybody else. And like I said in my video yesterday, we're really here to get what we have coming to us, basically. You know, basically what we haven't opened ourselves up to ever, hardly ever. And that's what it's about. It's about getting what we were put here and what we deserve, and it's not about taking away from anybody else, because we don't want to do that. We don't want to get it at all costs. We don't want to get prosperity and abundance at all costs, and it harms other people. And and this is really about getting our ego to move over, to move out of the way, because it blocks us in so many different ways. And a lot of us learned our self-worth as we were growing up and as we were young adults. And we learned things, we told ourselves things that weren't true. We told ourselves that we're not worthy. And if you really think about it, and you're a participant or you're watching this, if you really think about it, and you're not having the things that you want, if you will come to the conclusion that, well, I ask for it all the time, and I'm always, not knowing what the heck is going on, but I want it, and so why am I not getting it? And so to believe that it's you doing it and it's you blocking your way, that's a really difficult thing, because it's like, gosh, well, why would I do that to myself? Why would I sabotage myself that way? And it's because we don't realize that we're doing it. It's totally, it's a subconscious thing, and we really just don't know that that's how we feel about ourselves. And we need to change our way of thinking. We need to change how we see ourselves. And that's where it starts. That's where it begins. And I know you were going to talk about some of the I am and the vocabulary.
Right. That's going to lead me exactly into where we need to be, which is this mentality of lack. And so you say, well, I'm not wishing to not have things, but you have to be really careful the way you speak. Once you become aware and you use your words with consciousness, you will see, if you start listening to what you say, anything that comes and follows the word I am has immense power, because what you're doing is calling the God within into action. So if you say, I am sick, I remember something my mother always used to say. I realize it now, how it was ingrained in me and how I had to release this and let it go. She would always say, well, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Big saying. My mom's from New York. Debbie knows. She knows that saying.
Nice.
And, I think about it now and I go, man, she was just calling all of that being sick and tired into her life, because she says, I am sick and tired. So what is she doing? She was giving it out to the universe. That's who she was, and that's what she was going to continue to be. Now, as we evolve and as we grow and expand in our awareness, we have to understand by saying, I want this. If you ever hear of, if you listen to any of the videos by Abraham, by Jerry and Esther Hicks and Abraham, and they have some really great videos and the law of attraction. What we're doing is we're attracting the exact essence of what we do not want, which is to want, to keep wanting. I want a new car. No. You have to say, I have a new car. It's going to be red. It's got whatever color you want. To really define what type of car you want, get out there, drive it, take a test drive, go see it, envision yourself in it. That's how you bring it from a spiritual plane through quantum physics into manifestation. You need to remove from your vocabulary, I want, anything that is should have, would have, or could have. They don't exist, folks. Those are all ego-based wording. I want this, I desire that, I'm going to try to. No, either you're going to do it or you're not. But not I'm going to try. That's like telling the universe, it's okay if I get it, and it's okay if I don't. So the more you understand how words affect your emotions and vice versa, is how you will begin to see changes in what is becoming into your reality. I was thinking about it this morning, and I wrote about it in my blog. One of the things that actually my master teacher from the Akashic shows up. Now he only, and I say it's a he, but you know, it's a disembodied entity talking to me. But I see him as a little old man. What can I tell you? Like a Yoda. And he said to me, when you perceive that what you say, that what you're saying now in reality is a result of the thoughts you've already had. Okay? So in the moment, that's why each and every moment is a new moment to create what is coming. So if you want to have more of the same, then you're going to see your reality and see, I don't have any money in my account. My car is falling apart. I don't have any money to fix it. I don't have money to buy clothes. I don't have this. I don't have that. And you're only focused on what you don't have. What you need to start doing is focus on what it is that you want to bring into manifestation. And say, and then these I am affirmations, which are really short, but they're so powerful. You have no idea of how this is going to manifest for you in your life. I am grateful. I am a master creator. I am worthy of everything good in life. I am creating my life with passion. I am peace. Now, how does that sound versus, well, I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to work hard? No. The command and the authority of the I am commands the universal laws to obey you. That is why we are creators. I am trusting that whatever I need, I am provided. Life is abundant. I am inspired by my gratitude and how it is attracting more into my life to be grateful for. I am releasing the need to prove myself to others. I am one with the infinite source. Imagine, think of that statement. I am one with the infinite source. That means you have everything that infinite source has at its disposal to do whatever it is you want to do. And this is not just about money or material things. It's spiritual levels of enlightenment. It is physical health, beauty, well-being. Another great one is this is a great one. I love this one. I am receiving miracles every day in ways that amaze me. So you're calling it into yourself. You're calling in through the I am presence. Another thing that works with the I am presence, which is where we get it from, is from Saint Germain. The violet flame, and Saint Germain has been it's come up in my readings, it's come up in your readings, it's come up in a lot of readings, the information on the violet flame. There's plenty of YouTube videos. There's some on my YouTube playlist. You'll see meditations on the violet flame. It transmutes everything that's negative into a positive and allows you to move forward. So we release to be able to fill up with the good stuff. And the way you fill up with the good stuff is starting with affirmations. Debbie and I were talking about this a few minutes ago. We're not big affirmation people. We have not been. See? We have not been in the past. But I am an affirmative person. How's that?
Yeah, and I'm going to...
No, it's a learning process. You got to catch yourself and go, oops, wait a minute.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I have my little desk area, and I'm going to put up a couple of, little stickies, and because otherwise, if I don't do that, I'm not going to do I know myself. I won't do the affirmations. I get caught up in doing this, and I'm running around, and I'm going crazy. But also what I was thinking, and I had mentioned this before, you guys, if, what you want to manifest, get a vision board. Get a vision board, make a vision board. If you're not arts and craftsy, if you're a computer gal, then go on Pinterest. If you need to make a separate account, or I know you can do different things on there, make one that's just for your your affirmations and what you want. You know, you want a specific type of car, like she was saying. Then get a picture of it, put it on there, put an affirmation. I have this car. I own this car. If you're you're in an apartment, you want to own a home. Put a picture of a house that you really want, that you really like. Put it on your Pinterest, and put a title under it. Put a title under it. I live in this house. You know, if there's a specific job that you want, same thing. Get a picture of it, put it on there, and then this way you can kind of, you know, make it. You know, fake it till you make it. Yeah, fake it till you make it.
All right, I wanted to go quickly over. Do you want to show some of the little papers that you did now?
Yeah. I want to try to do it. I want to try to not move the papers from under the candle if I can. So let me do this. Okay. Let's see if I can get you to see. There we go.
Another thing I was reading today, it says that the point of power is in the present moment. So in the present, we've got some really great energies going on here. So use this, how you're feeling now, the emotions, the excitement, to carry that forward to really creating what it is that you want to have. I mean, this is the time. This is the time to set your intentions.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards that were on the table. We have Flow of Prosperity with Lakshmi.
Love her.
We have Diana with Focused Intention. And this is us. Perfect. And this is us aiming for what we want. And I'm going to read this one. It says, keep your unwavering thoughts, your feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark.
Absolutely.
You have to have your intentions. You know that, okay? And then this gorgeous card, Abundancia. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but it's prosperity, and she has the horn of plenty. And here is all these gold coins that are coming out, and that's for us. And it says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you, but you have to be open to receiving. That's really, really important, because they're throwing this at us, and we're like facing in the other direction, you know. So I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to do one more shot of the table itself, close by, and then I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more of a close-up here, so that you can see. Okay, there's our little papers. And I guess I have to keep talking so that you can see it. I have some going around this way, over here, and then I have more over here. Let's see if you can see them. My hair is getting in the way. Sorry. There we go. And so I will pull some of them out. I didn't want to pull. Once I set the altar, I don't like to mess with it too much, but I'll grab a couple of them. Let me just pull this in because it's okay. All right. Now,
you know,
and if you didn't, if you weren't able to send me your symbol, that's fine. I used your initials, so this way you still were represented on the table. And usually when you do this kind of, I'm going to call this an invocation, and when I read the message that I got, you guys will understand what we're trying to invoke, okay? More than a traditional candle spell, but usually when you do this kind of spell, well, let's see. You know, you use your name anyway, so that's fine if I just have your initials, but let me just show you. So those of you, here are some of the initial ones, so you know that you're represented here. I try to have little fancy handwriting. I am not an artist, guys, by any means, okay? Now, usually when you do this, it's brown paper bags all the way, but a couple of them I needed to copy, and it was just lighter to use the clear, you know, like a white paper. You know who that is. And so that's a Libra, the Libra sign, which you know, that was awful. This is supposed to be a full moon, guys, all right? You'll have to cut me some slack. I don't know what it's like. I try to do some shading, you know, it's like, oh, this is awful. I'm going to get a couple more.
Well, I've got some comments here that are really great.
Okay,
Jem
go
Glitter
ahead.
has joined us, and she says that she made a vision board about a year ago, and that she's almost gotten at least half of those goals come true, which is awesome. Now you just have to open yourself up to getting the rest of them.
Right.
And then Michelle was talking about, or someone was talking about here, putting pictures on Pinterest, which I think that's a great idea. So not only you're just putting it way out into the universe about putting all the pictures of all the things you want on Pinterest and using that as a vision board. I think that's an awesome idea
Okay,
because
that's
that
supposed
really
to be. Oh,
creates a
sorry.
vision.
This is supposed to be this was representing me. It's supposed to be angel wings, but I don't. Who the hell knows what it turned out to look like? And there we go, and that's the last one. So I didn't want to pull all of them off, but I got most of them. And I also did put the black salt on. I used the last of my black salt. I love this stuff. It is just, I love it. And so the other thing that I'm going to put on now is, this is my bank card, okay? It says preferred customer, so I'm not worried about it's a temporary card, so I'm not worried about putting my business out there. But I was going to put $100 bill on the table, because when you want prosperity, of course, it's always good to have what you're asking for on the during your spell. And I was like, okay, so I was going to ask my husband, hey, get me $100, And then I realized that we just got our taxes in, and you can just imagine, with 5 children, we got way more than $100. So I figured it would be really appropriate. We got a couple grand easily, to put it on the table to kind of, let's manifest that. We don't want, like Marion was saying, we don't want just, oh, can you please give me enough to cover my electric bill? Can I have $150? No, we're talking big stuff. And so I figured that would be absolutely marvelous to do. And so in a minute, Marion, when you're ready, I'll go ahead and I'll do do my part of it.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying hi to Jen Lozano, who's joined us. So I'm just like kind of typing in comments as we go. All right. So the 4 spiritual laws, I'm going to say them real quick, and then we've already kind of covered a couple of them, and I know we have in past things. One is setting your clear-cut, tangible goals, which we talked about doing the vision board. What I did was I took a scrapbook. And I just started, I had a page for different things. I had a page for spiritual. I want a lot of things. I am going to get a lot of things.
Right.
See, you got to change the way we thought. The more where you are, and it's like, you don't realize how much during the day you say these little things. And each time you say, I want, you just like pushing them further. So I put one for my home, things that I want, that I was going to have in my home, things for spiritual, relationships. So you can have a page for anything that you're looking to bring into manifestation reality. So clear-cut, tangible goals. They also say to give yourself a date. Later on, if you change the date, you change the date. But to come up with a date. And I found that sometimes that was a little, why I was afraid to put a date, because then I said, well, what if it doesn't come? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm already setting myself up for lack, that it's not going to come. So I'm like, no. So I put a date. Okay, so if it's a little longer or a little less or a little whatever, that is divine timing and not up to me. But my intention is this, by such and such a date. I'll tell you a goal that I put recently, that I started this spiral journey that I'm on with the blog. I gave myself 21 days to have a really huge spiritual transformation. And believe you me, I am going through it. So I asked for it, I'm getting it.
You got to be careful what you ask for sometimes.
Boy. But, I know it's for my highest good. And I know once I'm really pushing the envelope for myself, and taking you on this journey of really creating my own journey. That was a big step for me, because I could follow anybody's 21-day program easy peasy, as my daughter says. But to create my own and think, is this really going to serve others? And I said, you know what? It serves me. It's my path. And if it serves anyone else,
Great.
you know, that's a wonderful thing. I cannot create in somebody else's life. So you cannot create in somebody else's life. You can only create in yours. Second thing is forgiveness. Now, we've talked about forgiveness, especially in the deep healing. Without forgiveness, on a daily basis, forgive the guy who cut in front of you, because you're going to drag that with you, and that is what separates you from source, separates you from your good feelings. So forgiveness is a big key. The other thing is big touchy subject, tithing. 10%, and you're going, I can't even pay my light bill. How am I going to tithe? Folks, by hanging on to your last pennies, it's lack. It's a form of lack mentality. You must tithe to wherever you're spiritually fed. Again, I always thought tithing was to a church, and I'm like, I'm not, you know, I was raised Catholic, but I'm not practicing anymore. I'm going to send them 10%. Are you kidding me? And I don't go to a church. Whoever spiritually feeds you. I could be the person on the corner who gave you a smile in the moment that you were down and it brought you up. Or the lady behind the Starbucks counter that serves you this beautiful cappuccino so that you can enjoy it and it made you feel better. Anything, people you watch on YouTube, readings that you get. I know that I have been watching a lot. David Palmer, who is on like a roll. I don't know if you've caught Tom Lesher, but you know he's one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, Michelle from in Australia, Mushiak 43, who we tied to last. Oh my gosh, amazing. And Goddess Divine was at a spiritual retreat and did hers this week. So all of these wonderful light workers, there's just God, so many to choose from. Henry Starseed Psychic is amazing. Glammy is amazing. If you have not had, and I know there's a couple of new people, I'm going to announce it. If you have not had a reading from Glammy, please post it in the comments so that she can give you a free reading.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
and at the end, I'm going to pick 2 people, and I'm going to give away 2 15-minute mini readings via Skype so that you can find out what the Akashics are all about.
Wow, guys, you really got to take advantage of that, okay? Because when you got to take advantage of that. So that's awesome that she's doing that, because when you go to, and you know, when you're going into your when you get an Akashic reading, you're really going directly to your records, and so it's really amazing. And every time I get one, I love it. I love it so much, because I'm just like, you know, that you're talking to people who are around you, your guides, your ascended masters, and so it's really awesome. And so yes, anybody who is new, who hasn't got or hasn't gotten a reading from me in like, I don't know, like 2 months or so, leave a comment, and she can read the comments. I can't, and she'll tell me who. If you want a free reading from me, just let her know. Just put it in the comments, and what I do is, as soon as this is over, by the evening, I'll get back in touch with everybody, and then we'll start setting up times. I like to do it. My preference is Skype or phone. I like voice to voice, face to face, and then after that, you know, I could just do a video. But definitely, if you haven't had a reading from me, you know, and then of course anybody who participates in these events, just so you guys know, they automatically get a reading. So if you ever donate 1111, you know, not only are you part of this, but you also get a reading that goes hand in hand with it, which really clarifies things for people. So I'm glad.
One of the other things, we had a question on tithing. What is tithing? Tithing, when you tithe money to someone, and it's specifically monetary, okay? Tithing is specifically monetary. It covers your income. It should be gross. So if you are earning $1,000 a month gross, let's say, but they take out taxes and you're left with 800. Doesn't matter. You tithe on the 1,000. Because the more generous you are, the more you will get back. And if you want to tithe 15%, that's an extra, because you're allowing, you're saying to source, I have abundance. As it flows in, it flows out, and you're not holding on to it for dear life. You cannot think of, oh my God, but if I tithe, then I can't pay this. It doesn't. It will come from another source. If you get out of your mindset that your income only comes from what you work to receive, money and things can come from you from all sources. Now, if you get a gift, let's say somebody gives you a book, that's a gift. That's not tithable. It's not income. But somebody gives you $100, or you find $100 on the floor, yes, that is income. That is tithable. And tithing has no strings. It's not like
you expect something.
Okay, here's $20, but you need to go use it for food. No. You give the $20 and you let it go, and you say, this is for you, whatever it is that is your use. That is for you. So you can't put any strings on the money either. Tithing is free giving, because you have to be allowed to receive in return. So tithing, I know, is a big on my website. I have a link to the Amazon for Edwina Gaines's book, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. I recommend you get to read it, because it's so honestly written. She gives wonderful examples of true things that have happened and how people manifest, and all of these things that we're talking about. It's really a great book to read, and I have some other ones on there too that are wonderful. I also have some free downloads. I have the I Am discourses. I'm reading those now. They're like, I think there's like 30 of them. They were written in the 1930s by a gentleman called Godfrey King Ray, and he's channeling Saint Germain. And he talks about all of these I am statements that I wrote down come from him. And that's why I say Saint Germain and the I am are very much tied in together. And who was it? I was watching somebody, and they were talking about, the Stuart Pierce Angels of Atlantis cards, how they really link up also Archangel Michael with Saint Germain in the I am presence, because there in those cards the I am presence is represented by Archangel Michael. So another great force. You guys, we have such beautiful angelic support that at any time that you're feeling down, you're feeling the lack, ask for help. Say, give me the courage, give me strength. Allow me to know the I am presence so that it can manifest within you.
And what I was going to say too is that we practice what we preach. So if you watch our last couple of events, so to speak, we always tithe to people. And what I like about tithing on YouTube is that those people will affirm, and say, on our videos or whatever, oh, thank you so much, for tithing, because I like the fact that you guys can see that we're actually practicing what we preach, and we really are tithing to other people. For each one of these events that we have, we take 10%, both of us, and give to people who are on here, and then most of the times they will leave, little comments or on their own videos and give us a shout out and say, oh my gosh, what a great surprise, thank you for, for picking us for the tithing. And so, so it's not like we're just, throwing it out there and saying, oh, you do this, you do that, we do it too. And so, just wanted to put that out there for anybody who was like, well, what are these gals saying? Do they tithe? Yes, we do, we tithe. So
I just want to read one last thing on tithing that I wrote down as a note. It says, money is like love. The more you give away, the more you have. Love and money are limitless resources, both created by God to enrich our lives and allow us to live fully, joyfully, and completely. So I think that's all I want to say on tithing. But if you have any questions, you can always inbox me. And Edwina Gaines in her book really gives a really good description of tithing, and I also did a video on it, so, and a blog. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
All right, cool. Now I'm gonna turn this around. Let's see, and I'm gonna bring the candles. I just wanted to show you what the intentions were and where I marked them down. It's hard to see because it's, like I said, like a yellowish orange, but I'll tell you what they say. And depending on where the candle falls, tells us what work we need to do. So then I will keep you guys posted on that. These take about at least 3 days, which is why I only did 2 candles, because this takes a really long time for these to burn out, at least 2 or 3 days. So so the first I put as a marker is self-worth. The next one is ego, and then here's where we want it to fall, which is where, which is prosperity, and this will be as a collective. And so basically, if it falls anywhere from here up, we got work to do. We got work to do. And so, but hopefully this is where we want it. We want it to hit to this point or below. And if it falls anywhere here, then we know that, maybe we may do another event. I don't know. I was thinking about that. We might need a part 2, because I don't believe, I really need to get my ass together with this, because I'm totally like, not, and I think Marion and I were talking about trusting, doing one on trust, and trusting the universe. We're not trusting our celestial team, the universe, to be there for us, and that's one of the other reasons why we're having problems with accepting abundance, is that we don't have faith, basically. So that's that one. And then I'm going to show you again. These are really this might show up a little bit better on here because of the because it's white, but there's somebody's leaf. I have the full moon. I have the heart flower. I have the infinity symbol. Actually, I have 3 of them. I have angel wings. I have the initials on here, and I also have today's date at the top of the candle, and then my birth date, because I'm kind of the one who's facilitating everything. And so, is there anything you want to say real quick? Because I'll go ahead and light the candles.
No, go ahead. I just want to say that we have somebody else who's new. I think it's. Oh gosh, okay, Tally Leo, I guess, Leo. So welcome to her, and just wanted to mention again for all of you who are new and haven't been with us before, Glammy's gives away a free reading if she hasn't given you a reading in a couple of months, or if you've never had one from her. And then
definitely.
I'm going to pick two new people to do 2 15-minute readings for.
You guys, we treat you guys so well. I don't know. You're spoiled.
Abundance.
It is abundance. It absolutely is. I mean, I give free readings all the time on top of what I get. So I'm constantly. I mean, that's not like something I do on a whim or once in a while. Always, since I've started my readings, I think I started them last May. I started off giving free readings, and I've never stopped. I constantly do it all the time. One of the things I've been doing is now in public. If I have my cards with me, listen, seriously, I don't know. I'm just crazy.
I've been dying to do that. I was gonna go to Starbucks the other day and take my cards with me.
You do it, because I went to MV. Something told me take your cards today, because I don't do that. I haven't been taking them with me everywhere. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take my cards. I went to MVD Express. I bought a new deck. You're not even gonna believe this. It was the Saints and Angels deck. I had just gone to Hastings. I go to MVD Express. And, those people work fast, and I saw, I knew instantly who I was supposed to read for. And so the problem was that the deck was so hard. It was like a rock. I could not separate those freaking cards. And I'm trying to hustle because, they got to get you done within 30 minutes or less. That's their thing, and she's like, whoo, she's going fast. And I'm just like, and I was like, hey, would you like a free reading? She's like, really? I was like, yeah. She's like, sure. but I couldn't get those down. Finally, at the last second, I got them all apart. I had to crack them and everything, and she just sat there with her mouth hanging open. I was like, was it that good? I only did 3 cards, and all I did was just read what was on the card. I didn't even go into details because I didn't want her supervisor was sitting like directly behind her, and I didn't want her to get in trouble. So I just want you guys to know that I'm always doing that. I'm always giving free, doing free readings. So I'm going to go ahead and light the candles, and you guys get to see it. This is the first one where you guys actually get to see me light the candles live. So that's really, really fun. Now, while I'm lighting the candles, I want you guys to take a minute, ground yourselves, because this is where we're setting our intention, and the intention, of course, is coming from me and Marion, but I want those who are live, who are watching, to kind of add to it, especially if you're a participant in this event, okay? So I want you to just take 3 breaths. I want you to breathe in, hold it for as long as 8 to 9 seconds, let it out 8 to 9 seconds, then breathe back in 8 to 9 seconds. We want to just kind of, when we control our breathing, it eliminates everything that's outside. And everything has to come down, and everything has to kind of stand still, and you get to focus, okay? And then I will read you the message that I received. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to read to you. It's a lengthy message. I'm sorry. It's longer than any of the other messages that I've had. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll read to you what I received. And it says, why do you struggle when it comes to having prosperity and abundance in your life, you ask? Could it be that you are the source of this lack in your life? Mayhap, I'm going to move over here. Mayhap you were told or taught that you had no value, no worth. Perhaps it was something you told yourself and you believe. You are the creator of your universe. Is that not so? Recreate your world. Rebuild your vision of yourself. See yourself as worthy. See yourself as deserving. See yourself as we see you. Perfection personified. How different would your soul feel if you saw yourself as we do? Beautiful and perfect in every way. If you really truly believe that you are special and sacred, would not the doors of the universe open for you? Surely they would. They must. Command your true higher self to believe, and it shall be so. Command your I am presence to reveal itself to you, and it shall be so. You are infinite, therefore you are abundant. Make the connection, dear one. Make this connection and feel the flow of love, joy, and prosperity spill into your life. For is this not abundance as well? Take your place, make your stand, demand, command your inner self to accept what is rightfully yours, your birthright. Step into the light of your life and own it. You are infinite, therefore you are abundant. Amen. All right, guys, so that's what they have to really tie everything that we talked about, and we pretty much just lumped it into that, and that's an invocation. That's what we're invoking. That's what we want to invoke. Is what were those words? It's like we really need to know and believe that we are infinite, and that we're abundance personified. And once you make that connection, once I make that connection, once we make that connection, then everything else will flow from there. And what we have to do is kind of change our vocabulary, like Marion said, about how we view money and how we view abundance, and get rid of that, get rid of those old thoughts, those old paradigms, and really start embracing and doing things to, you know, to make that change. You know, I mean, obviously it's out there for us, but we have, like everything else, you got to work it too. You got to do your part. You can't just be like, well, oh, now I get it. Okay, now I get it. Okay, here I am. Yeah. You know, you can't do that. No, you still have to you have to work for it as well. Like anything else, it's a part-time job, you know. And so I just really love that. It really, all the key words that Marion was saying came through. And I was really like, I really didn't think that I was going to be able to have a message for you guys, because I personally have a problem with, you know, self-worth and self-esteem and believing that I'm deserving of prosperity and money and abundance. And so I really was like, oh girl, this is going to be the one time that you're not going to be able to put a message through, because since you don't believe, you know, you're going to block any messages that come through. And so when it was coming through, I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Thank you, really, because I really, if not for anything else, if for nothing else, I wanted to be able to come through with a message for you. And I was like, look, even if it's not for me, can you please, you know, come down upon me so I can write something for these ladies, you know, who really are deserving. And so, you know, I was just like, and it finally just started to flow, and I was like, oh gosh, what a relief.
I have to say that as light workers, that many of us that do readings and stuff, we are always worried about all of our clients, all the people that watch, everybody else, and we forget about ourselves. Mm-hmm. Remember, loving yourself is one of the key elements to opening yourself up to spirit, period, is loving yourself and acknowledging that what you see in others is a reflection of what you have inside. So when you see someone else going, wow, great reading, they're really in tune, guess what? That is within you too. That is just needs to be tapped into, and believe that you too have that. Now, yes, we all each have our special gifts and the way that we project it out. Glammy does, she just, you know, has that sixth sense about things. I go into the Akashic. Others have astrology. Others do the oracle cards or the tarot. But we're all tapping into the same, which is the universal source and essence of all that is. So I did want to announce I've chosen 2 winners that I've actually never seen them participate with me. And I've chosen Angel Avery, 444, and michikobil, because I like michikobil. I don't know.
Oh my God.
What it is. So you 2 guys, please will inbox me, and then we can with your Skype names, so that we can set up appointments to do the 2 15-minute readings, because that's going to be lots of fun. So
okay, I am so glad you picked Angel. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. Oh my God, girl, you're gonna love it, and that's great. I'm glad. I don't know the other viewer, but I'm glad you got it too. But I do know Angel, and so I'm like, woohoo! Oh gosh, we're gonna have to talk later, girl. All right. Well, I think that's everything. Did we do everything?
I just wanted to show one more time my candle.
Oh
that is still burning strong. Let me see if I'm just going to bring the camera over. Let me see how I can do this without having to take the whole. Let's see. There we go. Trying to get a little closer. Sorry, it's all unsteady, but these, you know, these cameras. So it's still going steady, beautifully strong. I've got my wand here, my mega wand by Stasha that she made with my gigantic. Look at the way the flame goes. I don't know if you can see this, but it's pointing in the direction of the wand. That is so cool. Now it's like going crazy. Love it. I'm going to keep working on it for us, keep putting the energies there, and just letting it. I'll take pictures like during the day, and in the evening I'll post a couple so you guys can and see what how that one burns down as well.
Yeah, and I'll do one probably tonight because I think it'll be a lot easier to see the flame. Right now, I'm very, very happy with, because I mean, you guys, well, if you know me and if you watch my videos, I've been doing candle spells for months now, and so I really, really love how thick the flame is, how wide it is on the money candle, and how it's flickering. Like, it's really, I love it. It's really like it's going crazy. And the one that is us is flickering also, but it's a lot thinner, and that's our intentions. That's us. And so I really would like to see that get just a little bit wider and a little bit longer, but it's jumping, which is good. I really, really like that. And so when I do the update, I will also show you the candles and tell you what I would like it to look like, and what it does look like, and what reasons, why do I want it that way. Okay, so and like I said, this is going to take a couple days, so I'll probably do an update video every day real quick until they go out. So, all right, guys, it was great having you. Another really good, I don't know, I hope you guys got a lot out of it anyway. So have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.